Welcome to the Soup Podcast. This is episode 16. I got a special one today. We've got a big group with the Withrows today from Minnesota. Hello, friends from Minnesota.
Hello. Hi. Yo, yo, yo.
We don't have soup, but we have Fresca. I've never had Fresca, but never had Fresca. So this is it's good for the listener. I bet it'll be like a nice little satisfying thing for him, like ASMR. So this is kind of the replacement of the soup, since I've never had it. So the whole reason I did this was for mini sodas with my friends from Minnesota. So we have our Minnesotas. Thank you. I'll do a taste test. That's pretty good. I'll give it a. It's tough rating. I'll give it a 7.8 because it's pretty good. I like it. It's kind of like Sprite, so I like Sprite too. So it's yeah. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. Whenever I'm mowing or something like that, I'll be like, I could really use a Fresca right now. Well, I'll keep that in mind. Thank you guys for coming on. Traveled all this way to do the podcast, so I really do appreciate you driving and flying down here. So it's really cool. And we'll get into the questions now. We're going to start with Grace. So you just finished doing Aladdin.
I did.
And you were the genie?
I was.
So what was it kind of like doing like the tech week and stuff like that? Kind of, I guess, building up, did you get more nervous as it got closer to the performance?
Yeah, tech week is always stressful because like the last performance before we actually perform in front of people is always really bad. And so it was really scary. But everything went well in the end.
Mm-hmm. What, did you have like a big turnout?
On the Saturdays we did. The other days was kind of just people here and there.
Yeah. How many total days did you guys perform?
6.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So did you do like Monday through Saturday?
No, it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, back-to-back weekends.
Okay. Well, that's pretty cool. What would you say was like the most nerve-wracking part about it, and what would you say was like the most rewarding or the coolest part about that role?
The most nerve-wracking was right in the beginning because I'm the first person everyone sees. So I'm the first one who says anything, and it was really scary.
Mm-hmm.
But the rewarding part is, like, after the show was over, we all run out and say hello to all the people who came, and that's always fun.
Mm-hmm. Is this the first, have you done, like, other plays and stuff like this before?
Yeah, I've done other plays. I've done The Play That Goes Wrong and a pirate one, but this was, like, my first big role.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's pretty cool. Did you feel like your, I don't know the word for it, your fellow actors and actresses, did you feel like they kind of helped you, stay comfortable and stuff like that?
Yeah, definitely, because I made a bunch of friends there, and they kind of helped since they had more experience than me.
That's cool. Well, congratulations.
I think a lot of people told her that her part was one of the best. Like, she did, the best out of...
Yeah, it's a vibrant role. I mean, it's a very energetic person, so that's cool. It's really awesome to have a big role like that.
Yeah.
So now, with Becky and Dave, I'm going to switch the questions over to you guys real quick.
All right.
So how long have you two been married?
It'll be 37 years, June 14th.
Okay.
What is June 14th besides your anniversary? What's the other significance of that day?
I don't know, June 14th.
Nobody's going to know.
I don't know.
Flag Day.
Flag Day.
Oh,
It's also Flag Day.
I didn't know that. Well, I got a quick history lesson too, so that's cool.
June
Learning
14th.
something new.
Doesn't change. It's the same every year.
Yep.
June
Okay.
14th is Flag Day.
I'll keep that in mind too.
All right.
I'll wave my flag real high on June 14th.
Happy anniversary to Becky and Dave.
Yeah. So when you guys first got married, obviously you guys were in Minnesota. Was there ever a thought where you guys had, like maybe we should leave Minnesota or go anyplace else?
No, not really.
Dave had one opportunity to take a job in
Colorado, I think that was.
down here in Indiana, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Indianapolis, actually.
Indianapolis.
Yep, that's right. I forgot about that.
But he decided he didn't want to be so close to your family, so he didn't take it.
Yeah, that was way too close.
Yeah.
No.
No.
It was scary. Morgan was little, and we just chose not to.
Mm. Did you, what was, I guess, the thing that kind of kept you from taking that job? Was it just like the position wasn't good, or was it more so just like you were?
I think it came down to the company wasn't going to pay us to move.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I think we looked into the cost of moving. I said, well, we're not going to pay for that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't blame
We
you.
stayed where we were.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You enjoy Minnesota?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where we grew up.
That's cool.
We don't know anything different.
Yeah.
Winters get a little bit harsh, but I love the seasons, the change of the seasons.
Mm-hmm. Didn't you guys get, how much snow was it you guys, didn't you have like one snow that gave you
Ye-
We broke
multiple
some
feet or
records.
something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
This winter you're talking about?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, it
we
was the
get
third
7?
snowiest winter on record.
Like 78 inches or something?
It was close to 80 inches, yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
It was a long winter.
Never ending.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever have to go outside, stop watching the Vikings, and start shoveling the snow?
Probably chose to do that.
Yeah, sometimes that's by choice.
Yeah.
Even if it's not snowing.
So I know that Jenna was the first one to meet my parents so Jenna's your niece.
Yes.
And how did it kind of go down after, Jenna met her, and I guess Bruce and Lisa met my parents first? When you guys kind of first met my parents, were you like, oh, this is going to be awkward, or were you kind of like excited to
No,
meet
we
new
were,
people or
we
something?
were excited because it had to do with your twin sisters who were babies, and my brother was asked if he knew anybody who went to the Catholic Church in Elk River, and he said that we did, and they needed proxy godparents
Yeah.
to stand in, and so yeah, we were introduced, and friendship, yeah, we thought it was pretty cool.
That's how it all began.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we thought your mom and dad were wonderful people, and the girls, I mean, who wouldn't love little babies?
Chubby little babies.
Chubby,
Yeah.
chubby little babies. Yeah, it was fun then, and it's still fun now,
Mhm.
traveling down here to see you all. Of course, you weren't born in Minnesota, but
No, I wasn't. I'm the only
It
one.
was
yeah,
actually kind of funny. We've been coming down here for how long? We figured
23 years.
23 years.
Yes.
One of Dylan's relatives asked me last night at the wedding reception, first time in Kentucky? Like, oh, no, not quite.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
So, like you guys were saying, you were the stand-ins for my sister's baptism.
Yes.
When you were kind of first seeing my parents, in their first two kids, what kind of angst were you guys seeing from them? Like, what kind of, nervousness and anxiety were you guys, I guess, examples of that first child? Like, oh, we got to do this, we got to do that.
Oh,
Like,
your mom was nervous, but yet something that stood out in my mind is how she dressed them in the wintertime, because we were used to like bundling a baby up so you couldn't even see them, and your mom was used to this weather here, and she made these cute little jackets, and they were in their little seats, and I thought they would be freezing, but no, they survived. They're healthy.
Yeah,
they're
they're still
healthy young
around.
women, but and your dad traveled a lot, so I think that was one of the stresses. I can't imagine, being a semi-alone person, and having two little girls, and yeah, we had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
were there things that they did that you thought it would have been a good idea to try with Morgan, or were there things that you guys did with Morgan that you tried, or like maybe told them about, like, hey, in terms of, I don't know, like the winters with the kids or something like that?
Like parenting.
Yeah, like activities or just anything like that.
Nothing
Nothing
comes to
stands
mind.
out.
No.
Nothing stands out.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Probably just outside stuff during the winter.
Yeah.
Pulling them in sleds and
Yeah, standard things people do in the wintertime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So how far apart were you guys living from each other?
Like a mile at first house. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Our first
we
house,
were, We weren't very far
A
away.
few miles, probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty close.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And then Morgan, got a question for you now.
Okay.
So what was it kind of like having, even though they weren't like your little sisters, it's kind of like you growing up, you've watched them grow up and stuff like that. You've all been so close. What was it like to kind of have like that little sister, those two little sisters?
I don't remember a whole. It feels like they've been part of my life, my whole life, even though I was like 8 or 9, like Emma's age, yeah. So I don't really remember a time before Micah and Shelby.
Mm-hmm.
So it was fun. I feel like we hung out a lot before they moved.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
all the time.
and Jenna and my cousin would dress them up all the time, and I don't know. It was fun to have, because I have cousins, but no like little cousins, and so it was fun to have little babies around, and I don't know. It was
More like
it was
sisterly sisters that you
didn't have for a bit, or like, yeah. I just always tell people, you guys are my cousins, because it's just too much to explain how it all went down.
It's just easier.
Yeah, but it was nice. I have fond memories of just, hanging out with them all the time, babysitting them. Well, not me, but my parents.
They get on your nerves much?
I don't think so. They were so cute. They were so cute. I do remember one time here, though, where Shelby threw a huge fit when the parents went out to eat, and I babysat, and I was like, how old was I? 12?
12, probably.
12.
Yeah, and she was running around the apartment at like 4 years old, just like ruining the blinds, banging on the door because she was upset that they left. And that was that's the only memory I have of them being naughty. I don't ever remember Micah being naughty. She was pouty, but not naughty.
I thought Shelby threw a fit because
Bubble
you
gum.
ate all the gum.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't share the gum. Was that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
remember-
I just remember.
Well, we're back. Had to change the batteries real quick, but back at it. So, yeah, so we're going to go back to Morgan real quick because I don't know when this cut out. I'll just go back to your question again. So, this is probably the first time you've ever been asked this question. What was it like to kind of what was it like to kind of have that little sister dynamic with Shelby and Micah?
I don't really remember a time prior to them. It seems because I met them when we were living in my childhood home. We've moved a lot, and so it just seems like the start of my memories include them, even though there's memories prior. But I just remember, I never remember having a hard time with them. It was always fun, dressing up, playing, babysitting,
Doing their hair.
yeah. As I've never told this story before, Shelby threw a fit one time when I was babysitting, and tore up the apartment, the blinds, knocking on the walls like a rabid cat because I wouldn't share my bubble gum, apparently. She was like 3. I was roughly 12 or something, and I just remember feeling like she's insane and I don't know what to do. I don't remember what Micah was doing during that time, if she was just watching as well. We were just standing there watching her go rabid. I'm not sure. But Micah, I never remember, having any trouble with. They're both great little toddlers. Mm-hmm. So it was fun, more like cousins, just kind of sister cousin kind of thing, because we spent so much time together before they moved out of Minnesota. So
not much has changed. It's still
no.
It doesn't cause many issues, but Shelby's extremely rabid.
Yes,
And she,
it's the same.
To this day.
Yes.
yeah, bangs on the blinds at her own house.
Yes.
whenever
When Dylan doesn't share something with her. Yeah.
And then I'll go back to Becky and Dave to ask this question again. When they first moved back to Kentucky, my parents and my sisters, did you expect it? And what did you guys first think when they did move back?
What did we expect?
Did you expect to hear the news that they were going to be moving back?
Oh,
We knew they were talking about it,
yeah.
and then we were hoping that it didn't happen. They had put their house up for sale, and then, it happened quickly, and
Reality
sad.
set in that they were leaving.
we were sad
Yeah, it
about
was sad.
that because we had developed a good friendship over almost 3.5 years, and yeah. So the part about the trees,
Oh yeah.
the house that we were living in at the time, we went out and we bought two trees, and we had Shelby and Micah for a weekend, and we had them help us plant 2 trees in the backyard of that house. One of them here 23 years later is still there. The other one, I'm not sure if it got blown down in a storm or if they cut it down, but it was kind of something for us to remember the girls and the friendship that we had.
Who pouted was Micah or Shelby?
I
There's a picture of one of them hanging their head because they didn't want to.
I think it was Shelby.
Yeah.
I believe.
From planting the trees?
Yeah.
I don't remember that picture.
Yep.
Okay.
I believe it was Shelby.
Hmm.
It could be the same today. She probably didn't want to get her fingernails dirty back then.
Yeah. Well, now did you see the video that Dylan posted the other day of her driving that zero?
Yes.
Yeah.
I told Shelby I saw that.
I did not
I was
see it.
cracking up.
She's like driving it around, she's like stopping and stuff, and then Dylan's like, turn around. And
I'm
he's
listening to him yell.
He's telling her like, come this way, and then she's coming that way. And then he goes, all right, when you get to the edge of the grass, you gotta turn it around. And she just turns immediately. And he goes, no, there's still this much more grass.
The grass is over here too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
she
I
used
was
to drive her
laughing.
little toys like that one too.
Yeah.
Bubby's gonna get me.
All right, Emma, we got a question for you and Grace now. We'll start with your take, okay?
Okay.
You all ready?
Yes.
Okay. Do you enjoy traveling back to Kentucky?
Yes. I do.
Do you have like a favorite time of the year or something well, I guess she's only come back for Thanksgivings, and is that it? Well, grad party last summer.
Otherwise, no.
Do you have like a favorite memory of traveling back here?
No, not really.
Okay.
You don't have any memories like from before?
Visiting everybody down here.
Or like the cat? Or
Yeah,
anything
like when
that?
people are like, you're traveling to Kentucky, what comes in your head? Like, what do you remember when you're telling people? I don't know. Cats, trampolines, creeks.
Stopping at a gas station and get something to eat. On
No.
the way down.
Not really.
No.
Thanks for your input.
No special memories.
No, not really. No.
Just seeing your friends in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Just excited about the whole thing.
Yeah. Just excited about everything.
Okay.
So it's different than at home.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Emma. What about you, Grace? Because you've been down here
Her whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've been down here a lot more.
Wait, what was the question?
So, like, what's like? Do you enjoy coming back here? And do you have
Memories.
like many memories about stopping by?
I don't have a lot of specific memories, just besides like racing around on the cars down here. And I think one time we were sledding down the hill, it was like snowy out. And I feel like someone almost fell in the creek or did fall in the creek.
Oh, the hill in the back.
Yeah. And I remember the bridge. Where is the creek?
That way.
That way. Okay, I remember the bridge. And is it still up?
It's down there.
Okay. Well, I remember like climbing around down there. That was fun. But yeah, I like coming back.
When she was like, where are we staying this visit? And I was like, we're staying at their house. And she got so excited because she's like, I just love their house. It's just so comfy and nice. And
It is.
So that just made her like infinitely more excited that we were going to be staying
Yeah.
here versus a hotel.
She did
Yeah.
tell me that as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So it's always just a nice, relaxing, vibe to come down here.
I agree.
And you're
You-
excited about Lou.
You two
I love
kinda
Lou.
grew up together, you and Grace.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many were we?
3
4?
3 years.
She's 16.
Oh, okay.
So,
So we're just 3 years apart.
3,
Yeah.
2.5, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one Halloween that you guys were down here, and you were sitting in that black chair at the table, and you kept leaning back in it. And I had my arms in my shirt because I was cold, and she kept leaning back, and then leaned back too far, and then the chair fell.
Really?
Fell back, yeah.
I kind of remember that.
I don't remember that.
And I just remember sitting there feeling helpless. I'm like, I got my
Hands
arms in my shirt. I can't do anything. Like, and I think that same time you burnt your finger. On
Halloween.
Yeah.
Probably.
Iron.
You grabbed the curling
Oh,
iron.
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of that. I remember.
Well, you were young. You were like 3.
Okay, yeah. I don't remember any of that.
You like seeing Lou when you come down too.
Yeah, I don't know how he's still kicking.
Yeah.
He's really old, but he's my favorite. And the cats.
Yeah.
Micah's laughing over there.
Yeah. It's always cool having you guys come down. I always think about like Thanksgivings and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Thanksgiving is the
food
best.
All the food that we can somehow manage to eat.
Like 10 pies.
Yeah.
Pies and cheesecakes, and
A
Mike,
tradition for many years come down for Thanksgiving.
Mm.
Mike gets so excited about cooking that turkey. I think he gets up earlier and earlier every year.
He's up at 4:30
Yeah.
putting in the
Based in the turkey.
yeah. Gotta get the turkey ready. I do remember seeing, like, this was when I was probably like 6 or 7, and seeing like all the pies on the counter on Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and I was like, "There's no way that we can eat all these pies." And then by the end of the week, there was like maybe half a pie left. And I was like, "This is absurd. I don't even remember
Absurd.
Pies and
Pies
cheesecakes.
being eaten."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always a good time. Seeing you
It
guys
is
down here.
always.
You know,
Good memories.
So out of all the times that we have gotten together, do any of you guys have like a favorite?
The party. That was it.
The wedding.
The wedding reception?
And Matthew's graduation party.
That's what you remember?
That
That's-
was a fun time too.
I wonder why she only remembers those 2 times.
Because I was live.
This is true.
I don't think I have a specific time. I just really like Thanksgivings here and souping or dinners.
Oh yeah.
you know.
I think I vaguely remember one time we got pickle flavored popsicles.
Ew.
Oh, it was peas.
Peas?
Peas
Okay,
and the,
yeah.
and the popsicles
Yeah.
from Jungle Gyms.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. It was,
I forgot that store.
and it was New Year's Eve.
They're really
We ate
good.
on New Year's Eve.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
man, I don't remember that.
I
Me and Mike
remember.
can talk about that all the time. We'll be like, "Oh, I wonder if they still have those
Or
pea
Popsicle.
popsicles at Jungle Gyms."
Oh, I didn't know you had those.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I remember that.
I remember the fireworks.
Mm-hmm. A
We
4th of
came-
July
yeah,
we were here.
I think we only came one time down here, the 4th of July, and Grace was born in April, so she
It was she was in her car seat.
was in
during
her
the
car
fireworks.
seat, and we were in the backyard watching the fireworks. I think maybe they shot them off over at
That park.
That
Oh,
park
yeah.
went
park over there.
Yeah.
Do they still do that?
Mm.
A bunch of your family was here. That was a really fun time.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you were alive yet, Matthew, or born yet, when we went to Big Bone Lick State.
Oh, I think I was. I mean, I don't remember much about it, but I
But-
do remember going there.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he was around for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
he
like
probably
5.
was in his- he might have been in a stroller.
Yeah. Okay. I remember bits and pieces of that too.
You know.
But usually when we're here, we just hang out here. We don't.
Yeah.
We don't generally go out. We just visit. And
Hang out here, drink coffee,
Drink
Eat
coffee-
pie.
eat pie.
Drink
you
coffee
know.
all morning.
Eat snacks.
Snack.
Mhm.
Yeah.
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 Just do what we're doing now. Have memories, share memories with
Yeah.
each other, and
Mhm. Repeat the same stories
yeah.
every time we're together.
Dave, did you get a shirt from Big Bone Lick?
Oh yeah, I still have it.
Okay.
You know.
My dad, I think my dad was like, yeah, that shirt was really funny.
It is. It says Big Bone Lick, and people do double takes when he wears it.
Yeah.
So-
I don't wear it out so much anymore. It's just more or less for a yard working shirt because it's kind of ripped and getting old. But,
We have to go back
but
there.
Yeah, okay.
that's why I said I need another shirt because when I first got it, I would wear it out in public. I'd see people doing double takes like, what does that say? I'm like, it's a
Yeah.
state park.
I swear.
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, so out of all the Thanksgivings that we've spent together, these probably just sound like repeating questions now. What memories stick out from the Thanksgivings? Yeah, the pies.
Pies, of course.
I just always look forward to the soup hanger dinner, which for listeners is just essentially a giant charcuterie board on the table, like we just put out.
Well, that's a good way
Crackers.
to put it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crackers, cheeses, bread with oil,
Salami.
pickles, salami.
The salami roll-ups,
Salami
the cream
roll-ups.
cheese.
We should have one today.
I don't know that we have time,
I think
but
we have all the time.
that's just always my favorite. Is usually, well, before or after the Thanksgiving meal, like the day before or after we do the soup hanger dinner, and that's always fun.
I remember coming down here. I have two things that stand out. The first was making the trip down here the year you were born at Christmas time, and your sisters had somehow contracted lice, and here your mom was with a brand new newborn and trying to deal with scratch your head, Matthew. Because that's what we're all going to be doing. But
Yeah.
I remember your poor mother having to try and deal with that because as a man, your dad wasn't a whole lot of help. But we did mayonnaise, and we even did it on Morgan,
Yep.
thinking that maybe she might get it, and
As a preventative.
as a
I do
preventative.
remember
But
that.
and then the following year, so that was the year you were born. The following year, we were down here for Thanksgiving, so you weren't quite one. And I remember feeding you sour cream raisin pie. And the next day, guess what came out of, Matthew. Great big raisins. You loved that pie. You ate,
It's
like,
good.
yeah, you ate, you weren't even one, and you were eating like a piece and a half of, hey, it didn't hurt you apparently, so.
Yeah.
Listeners, if you're thinking that sour cream raisin sounds gross, you should make it.
It's
Just make
delicious.
Super good.
it. Just
Yeah.
don't even think about the name of it.
Don't
make
think
it,
about
'cause
sour cream.
It's
because-
so gross.
yeah.
Good.
It's
it's,
good.
it's so good.
Yeah, it is a very good pie. I remember maybe it was the New Year's you guys came down. When I was pretty little, and it was after. Yes, I think it was New Year's because we still had Christmas presents. And my mom was like, "All right, there's like 3 Christmas pick 3 or 4 presents, and you gotta, go put them in. My mom and dad's room and be like, you can't open them.
Okay.
We're all gonna open presents at the same time." And I was just like, serious? I just want to open these. I want to just tear them open and see what they are. And so it was like part of the trip. I was just like sitting there like thinking, we should open some presents.
That's all you were
Got some
thinking about.
presents. I would love to open.
I forgot we've come down here around Christmas time.
Yeah.
Now that you say that, I can picture the tree.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not very often, but we have.
No,
I
so
remember getting a blanket.
a blanket, quilt.
No, just a blanket.
I know the one year we came from my mom's in Arkansas, and
Yeah.
we left down there Christmas night because there was a storm brewing.
Trying to stay ahead of a storm.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was that just you guys?
No,
guys.
you.
I never went to Grandma's in Arkansas.
Oh,
Oh, really?
so it must have been. Yeah, it must have been us. Just Dad and I.
I remember I really enjoyed the Tennessee trip, the Gatlinburg trip.
I did
Mhm.
too.
Yeah,
I
that
was
was
thinking
fun.
that too. That was a
That
fun,
was a good one.
fun
Those-
trip.
Yeah, glad we got to do that.
Of Ranger Dave. That's when it all began.
Ranger Dave.
At
I'm
your
sorry you
service.
can't see that, but I'm
Yeah,
saluting.
he's sweet. Yeah, that was a fun trip. That was during,
Cool.
yeah, It was during COVID.
It was
Oh,
right
yeah, it
when it
was.
started.
Oh,
Yep.
It was the
Sure.
summer or like 2
During.
months after. Yeah, during.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep. We had to wear masks everywhere.
Yeah.
And,
That's right.
That was when we. I don't even. Did we go to the outlets while we were there, or were they closed?
I don't remember.
Outlets?
Yeah.
Is there like a
the
mall?
different-
Oh, we went to a few stores.
We went to some stores in town.
Yeah.
In Gatlinburg.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was a
Yeah.
fun.
it was
trip.
busy.
Yeah.
Hanging around the place was neat.
Yeah, we enjoyed that.
Yeah. Hike was a lot of fun.
We always enjoy the Soupinger Company.
Yep.
Yep.
Always
Always.
do.
Do you guys? I guess last night, did you ever get any questions about like about your accent or anything, like the Minnesota accent? When you come down to Kentucky, do you get questions about the Minnesota accent?
Not really.
No?
Not quite as much.
No.
When we visit our family in Mississippi, that's where people will point it out. I think because that's like the deep south.
Yeah.
I remember saying bag one time, and the lady's like, "Oh, you must be from Minnesota," and I'm like, "Why?" She's like, "It's bag. How do you even say it? Bag." Because we say bag,
Bag.
like we're begging.
Yeah,
We say bag.
bag.
No.
So how do you say bagel?
Bagel.
Okay. Well.
Bagel.
that's a question.
Bagel.
Yeah.
Well, some people say like bagel,
Yeah.
Ew.
bagel.
It's not either of those. It's a bagel.
So what about when you're talking about like bag,
Bag.
bag?
A bag.
Like a bag, like a plastic bag.
So do you beg for a bag?
I'm begging for a bag. I think there's more of an in the plastic bag. Like, I'm begging for a bag. Like, you hear it?
Yeah. Caitlin, I think it was last summer. She heard you guys say something, and she's like, "That's the Minnesota accent."
Yes.
That's the Minnesota accent.
Minnesota accent is.
We don't have an accent.
Yeah.
I remember
we don't-
Oh,
playing.
no.
I remember playing a game with Shelby when she was like 7, and I don't know what we were playing, but I had something to do. I had to say aunt. And she's like, now if we're going to play this, and she's a little 7, she's like, we have to play it the Kentucky way. You have to say aunt. And I'm like, okay.
Did she
Because we
really?
say
I
aunt
don't
up there.
remember that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just thinking about this trip. When we went camping, it was up in Minnesota.
Oh, yeah.
I
You
was
came
just
up.
thinking about that one.
You
Yeah.
came up to our lake place. Yep.
That was
Oh,
fun.
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
When,
Yeah, that was fun.
I think we went fishing.
Yeah.
Probably.
You went down on the pier, fished.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because we got that one picture where it's our family, and then Grace was standing right in
Yeah.
front of the picture, and we're all
I
looking
remember
at
that.
her.
It's
Yeah.
pre-Emma.
That
Yeah.
would have been pre-Emma. Yes.
I think
That
this
was,
is.
she was probably 5.
Yeah,
Maybe
I was-
4 or 5, because there's a
I was
picture of
little.
you standing in front of Mike,
Yeah,
and your
yeah,
like
yeah.
hips popped in your
The-
swimsuit,
Yeah,
and
the caption's calling me a ham.
Yeah.
I remember that.
yeah, something.
Plenty of fun,
Yeah.
fun trips. I was just thinking about that one.
So many, all the memories like sort of run together, you know. But when you start thinking about it, it's like, oh yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that time and that time.
Oh, yeah.
We know how much your dad loves to drive, and I remember that when we lived out there in the country, and now then you guys came up in your little car, you were all packed in there and
Like
open.
a little Jetta or something.
Yeah, it was like the
Push a
Jetta,
Jetta.
and you listened to SpongeBob apparently all the way up, and Mike is like,
Never
"I'm
again."
never doing this again, and yeah, you were crunched in there pretty good.
Yeah.
I remember, I'll never forget all the stuff you had crammed in that car,
Mm-hmm.
plus the people.
Yeah,
It was amazing.
I was in my car seat still too, so it took up like I don't know, I was probably like that big, but then the car seat was like
Oh, yeah,
that
the
big
car seats are
anyways,
bigger.
and so it's like,
Yeah.
I could show you on both sides, and it just
It's close.
I feel bad for them now thinking about it. Then I was just like, man, I love watching SpongeBob. There's not else I like to watch.
You're like, what's the problem here?
yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't know, a couple years after that, my dad would be like, yeah, that drive was rough. And I'd be like, why?
What was wrong with it?
I really don't see what the problem
Yeah.
is.
Living in luxury.
Yeah.
Oh, funny.
Well,
Good stuff.
that's all the questions I have for you guys. Thank you guys for coming on.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thanks for having
Thanks,
us.
thanks for letting us take over your home while we're here. You know, giving up your bedroom, and
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank
yeah,
you.
Yeah.
we appreciate it all these years.
Well, it's always good seeing you guys. So
We can't wait till you move out so we can move in.
I'll I'll come back up, but from wherever I was in the living room, come home and be like, where's all my stuff?
You're out
The,
here.
the Withrows are just here.
It's in storage.
It's out in the garage. Yeah. So thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys.
Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thanks
it.
for the
Thanks
frescas.
for having us on.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you for the Minnesota.
Yep, no problem. We'll do one last cheers.
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 To Minnesota.
Cheers.
So I'm making
Clink.
click.
Clink.
Minnesota.